And today I really wanted to encourage everybody who isn't already part of a life group to consider becoming part of a life group. Put your hand up here today if you're already part of a life group in the church. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I wonder if one person could quickly run to the front and just share briefly their experience of being part of a life group. Is anyone willing to do that? Come on, you brave people. Uncle Nick.
Run.
Yeah, look how proud Anna looks over there.
Yeah, this is really important, beloveds. I mean, it really is. Now, some of you will know how we operate, and we don't run a life group. We have done. But I'm part of a life group. I'm part of Cal and Wendy's life group. It's a very small life group. It means that there's plenty of cake for me to use to increase my girth. And I have to say, with all seriousness, they're extremely talented cooks, both of them. But that's not where we go, although it is not a disincentive to go. And it's interesting because there's just very few of us, and we didn't really know each other at all, so it was kind of a leap of faith for me to even get involved. God spoke to me, I think, very, very clearly in August about this, even before Damien raised it in September. And Damien's coming around to bomb the target again. Okay, and the reason is because this target must be bombed, and we need to understand the things he's talking about are really important. So we're coming to serve one another in love. And the great thing about the life group that we're in is that we can listen to one another, and we can we're right there, close to one another, with an ability to kind of get up close and personal, and start to really hear one another's heart and walk with people a bit more closely through just the life on a regular basis, because it is a weekly thing. And I have made quite an effort, actually. Some of you know that I spend most of my working life now in the Bristol and Swindon area, so I'm often not in Corby at all, but Wednesday night is a priority, and I try and make sure I come back either for Wednesday or leave on Thursday morning, because it is important. And Cal and Wendy obviously kind of, if I'm not there, they'll say, I hope you're having a good time thinking of you. So it's a kind of place where, I know that people are thinking and praying, that there are individuals that are connected to me and I'm connected to them, that they are mindful of me and they're mindful of my walk, and they know me and what I'm doing, and they know what's going on a bit in my family. And then there's opportunity as well just to contribute in different ways to one another, and not just encourage one another, but yes, exhort one another, instruct one another, operate in revelation, so we're hearing the Lord for one another, and really speaking those things out. Those things have a very, very powerful impact. And I trust that others in this room will know the times when each of us has really known the word of the Lord, and power released as well, healing of all kinds, physical healings, emotional healings. This is the kind of place where these things happen, and the benefits are secured. Okay, it's not just a sort of a Sunday morning or even a big celebration or a conference. This is a place where we mature, and that progress we make becoming more like the Lord and knowing the Lord better. We make secure progress. We make secure progress, and we gain ground together. With one another. So it's not like we kind of go and then we go to a conference, we come back, and then within a few weeks, kind of life goes back to the same old, same old. This is very much about a means by which the Lord, we are united. We're coming together as a small group, and we start to understand what we are for, who we are for. We're for one another. We're for one another's blessing. We're for the world's blessing. And it's really important that we, by faith, I joined the life group by faith. It's terrible, isn't it? But I did. I didn't have a clue how it was going to go, didn't know if there was anything relevant that I had to offer. I know I've got relevant things to offer, but I didn't know if this particular group was one where that would be appropriate, and so on. So, every relationship any of us engages in a sense, we do it by faith, don't we? There's a high degree of trust involved. We need to trust that, the love of the God for one another, and the love of God that we're going to know from these other people, actually we don't know very well. that's going to become a reality, and you do need to stick at it. I'm telling you, these things, that community does not, you know, it doesn't happen like after 2 weeks. It's going to take probably 5, 6, 8, 12 weeks, isn't it? Probably, yeah? And we've got to give people space to kind of, you know, to learn about them and so on, and find out that maybe they're not kind of quite the people we thought they were. Yeah, I know what Wendy thought I was. Well, no, she didn't think that, but this is a bit of a joke between us now. I think she knows a lot more about me and what makes me tick now, and vice versa, than greatly more. And that's a terrific joy, and it's a real joy to go there. I look forward to going, and for all sorts of reasons, and it's been a terrific blessing, and it no doubt will continue to be over the weeks and the months ahead.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Nick.